Hi everyone, I'm Austin Chu from Wristcheck, and we are here at Delémont at Lépée 1839's manufacture. And I'm super excited to show you guys what they have in store for us. I mean, I was absolutely blown away the first time I came here, and it's partly the reason why, you know, one of our first collaborations was actually with this brand. So I guess let's go. Arnaud!
Austin!
Good to see you! Good to see you! Long time.
Yeah.
Super happy to be here.
Great, and welcome to Lépée 1839.
Thank you, let's go. So many clocks, I love it. So you guys are the oldest clock manufacturer in Switzerland.
Yes, we are. We are the oldest one, and we are the only one dedicated to manufacture clocks.
Amazing.
You have many independents that are doing watch and clocks, but we are the only one dedicated to it.
Dedicated to clocks. And you guys, literally the design language that you guys have it goes from traditional to the most avant-garde designs that I've seen in the clockmaking industry. So, you know, I guess without further ado, I guess let's show everyone what they're waiting for.
Yes, but we were speaking about design.
Yes.
Remember, 12 years ago, Lépée was only doing this. And now we are doing those.
So how was that process? I mean, you are, you know, CEO, creative director, and owner of Lépée. What was the process like transitioning from the more traditional designs to something like this, or even to, you know, our collaboration, the Grenade, right?
In fact, what we did, Lépée 13 years ago was almost dying like any clockmaker, because everything was quite old-fashioned. And I have seen that something was able to be done on a modern, and that I hoped at the time that we'll have a market for it. So we decided to go from carriage clock to design clock, but it's a long step to do it. So first we had to master the movement. So we start with the first line, which is a technical line where we have mastered the movement inside a very simple housing, just to highlight the movement. And the second step, we did it, the creative art line. We have launched it for our anniversary, the 175th anniversary, and it's where we began crazy.
Yes.
And those creative art line have been launched.
So Lépée was founded in the same year as one of the most famous watch brands on earth, right? Patek. Yeah. And so, you know, you have such a deep and long history. So, you know, the first thing that I was completely blown away by was how integrated everything is here. I mean, most companies in this industry, as I'm sure you know, most of them are just dedicated to assembly. Most of them don't actually manufacture every single component, which is completely different to you guys. And why is that, you know, important for you guys? And, you know, what made you feel like you had to do this?
At the beginning, it was not the intent when we purchased the company. But we found out that we had no other ways due to the fact we had difficulties to find people to reach our quality standard and to keep the quality standard over time. So we had to invest in a full manufacture. So we are doing everything. When we say we are fully, we have all the manufacturing tool embedded, most of the people start saying that, you know, they have 2 or 3 of them, but we have all the métier to manufacture a clock, from typography to milling to decoration, cleaning, testing, and assembly. So everything is under this roof.
Amazing. Well, I guess let's go. I mean, what's that? What's that picture?
That's a nice picture that from the company going to Basel. You know, Basel is not that far away. It's about 40 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And in 1917,
oh wow,
the full team that was going to Basel took a picture before going.
Incredible.
So it was in the street of Delémont.
So 106 years ago.
Yeah, it's quite an old one, you know. So we are not too bad for...
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So where are we now?
So we are in the manufacturing site where we build up every component. We manufacture every component from simple layers of metal to the end product. So what we receive is bulk of material. What is going out is a clock.
Yeah.
And when I was saying about fully integrated, we'll start over there with the typography, so where we print all the materials.
Yeah.
For example, the die and stuff like that. So we have printing machine here. We have laser engraving and laser etching. All of this is inside this lamp.
Amazing. Cool.
So we have different machines
Yeah.
for the different size. So for example, we have a very small size over here, where we do a component up to 16 millimeter.
Wow.
Then we have a bigger one over here, up to 42 millimeter. And this one up to 600 millimeter.
Wow.
That's about 2 feet.
Wow.
You know.
Makes you really appreciate what you guys do a lot more.
It's explaining all the difficulty of doing nice hand product
Yeah.
and highly qualitative. You know,
Yeah.
making basic stuff is very easy for everyone, but to go the next step, you know, a little bit further in quality, the amount of work that is needed is just huge.
Yeah. Amazing.
So here we have the all the milling, the standard milling in 3 or 5 axes, where you have all the complex forms that can be done.
Wow.
It's more for the housing, the plating, this kind of components. Of course, we have a full lab
Yeah.
of testing, to be able to test all the dimensions, be sure that our products are accurate.
Yeah.
We have it here. So we have optical measures, optical system to measure, and we have the conventional one. So, but everything is made inside this room.
Wow. So cool.
This part, where, in fact, it's what we call conventional milling.
Yeah.
In this small area, you're able to manufacture, you have everything that is needed to manufacture a clock.
Oh wow.
From scratch to the finished product. But all by hand, like it was done 50 years ago.
Yeah.
It has been done for centuries, you know, all by hand. Gears, wheels,
Yeah, it seems like everything here is hand operated, which is,
it's all hand operated.
and it's such an amazing contrast seeing this and then seeing that.
But we need both
Exactly.
to manufacture our tool, but also to manufacture unique pieces. We do a lot of bespoke
Yeah.
pieces. And when you do bespoke, most of the time, customer wants something special. So you
Yeah.
need to have a special shape.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense to make it in those CNC machine.
Yeah.
Here you have the cleaning. After finishing, you need to clean it,
Yeah.
clean all the residue, and it's fully automatic.
It's the coolest washing machine I've ever seen.
So this is finishing the decoration. So we have 8 stations of polishing right here. We have 1 station right here for Côte de Genève. And it's a special custom made to have the long distance.
Yeah.
And we have over here 11 positions for 11 different
Wow.
tools to make all those different satin, you know, that people are doing. Which is the process of manufacture, you know, doing the edge, doing the center.
This is insane, honestly. This is incredible.
It's, there is no middle.
Yeah.
You have to finish everything, every single component. And due to the size, as I was saying, you know, for example, a platen like this, it is big.
Yeah.
You know, it's about 4 times the size of a normal plate.
Yeah.
So the probability to get a defect is quite huge.
Yeah.
It's only the human touch that can succeed in manufacturing in a nice way, in making a nice decoration on it.
Yeah.
You see, even the simple component, it come back at made by hand, decorated by hand.
Wow. I just love how old school all these machines are. It's amazing.
But even if they look old, it's not that old, but it's already it's the only way to make it.
Yeah.
You cannot have a computerized automatic machine to finish it. It will not work. You will have almost no good pieces.
Yeah.
And look at the shape. Look at this one, for example. See how you want to finish this? This size is quite easy, but when you switch it, look at inside. No machine will be able to finish this kind of geometry.
Yeah.
it has to be done by hand. Or you leave it as it is.
Yeah. But then it won't look good. Yeah.
That's not Lepe.
Yeah.
That's
The pin.
That's a pin.
Yeah.
It's one of the part of the pin. You see, even those are all finished by hand so that it's brightly polished.
Love it. So cool.
So every single component is inspected one by one to be sure that it's free and from the ideal component to the most signable.
Yeah.
Or we have two people to do 100% inspection. And once it has been inspected and we know that the component is good, there is two different ways. Either we send it for plating, because that's something we are not doing.
Yeah.
Plating, gold plating, palladium plating, rhodium plating.
Yeah.
Or anodization. And the other way is to lacquer it.
Yeah.
But the lacquering is made here,
Oh,
also
wow.
for a question of quality. So we have different stations. This station is for the first step, when we go from rough material, like this, to the first layer. It's always white.
Yeah.
And after that, we are going to add 7 layers of painting, of lacquer. And in between, we polish. So the polish station is right here. So in this room, we do all the lacquering.
Yeah. That's so cool.
What we will do is we will ask someone to spray something, so you
Yeah.
can have it later today. So we have full capacity here. We have 4 spots to spray lacquer. That's one of the techniques we use. The second one is drop lacquering. Third one is with a brush, when we paint something like a painting. And the fourth one is when we engrave, for example, on laser. We use a laser to engrave, and you fill the engraving with lacquer with a syringe. That can give you some very nice aspect. We love to do that, for example, on numerous on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Let me show you something here.
Yeah.
It's a new technique that we have used,
Oh wow.
where you can see
The difference.
all the different finishing. It's a lacquering that you can you can see through and see the raw material that is behind it, and so you can see the decoration through it. Somehow it's the same as the anodization.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but it looks much cooler.
Much nicer.
Yeah.
In fact, you have a deeper view because you have more deepness inside
Yeah.
the material. And when you touch it, you don't feel lacquer. You feel like steel.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also something new. It has those cold feeling.
Yeah, yeah. That's so cool.
We have seen manufacturing. We still
Yeah.
need to go to see the engineering and the assembly.
Cool. Let's go.
We have changed building.
Yes.
In the building we have seen, we're going to just come through. It's where we manufacture all the components.
Ah, yes.
And now it's in this building we do all the assembly.
Cool. And
Also storage.
two buildings.
We have 2 buildings and
Yeah.
a small bridge in between,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still a very small company.
Too humble.
I know we're small and independent.
Yes.
So, which sometimes is very nice. It's gorgeous for creativity because we can take the risk we want. We can do whatever we want. We have no financial behind saying numbers. We are run by passion and by numbers, which is something completely
Passion.
different.
I love that.
But 13 years ago, remember, everyone was saying, "Arnaud, you're crazy. You're going to kill your company."
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, everyone, we need to do that because there is a market for it.
Yeah.
And we know there is a market, there is fans that love kinetic piece of art or kinetic sculpture.
Yeah.
Piece of art is maybe too...
No, they're definitely pieces of art, for sure.
I like when people are saying it, but it's a little bit difficult for me to say it. I'm not an artist. I would love to be one, but I don't think I am one. And what we are doing here is all the assembly. Once again, because we are definitely not doing the same as everyone else. In our factory, every single clock is manufactured by one watchmaker.
Wow.
So it's one watchmaker that goes from the start to the end. He signs his movement on the clock. So it's not only the movement, it's full clock. But easy, because the movement is somehow the clock, as we start from a white page when we design it.
Yeah, exactly. It's integrated in everything, basically.
Just the movement by itself is the shape of the object.
You don't fit a movement into a shape. Everything is redesigned from basically the ground up when you guys are creating a new project.
Exactly, which is much more complicated, much more time consuming, and crazy about cost. But that's the only way to have no compromise and to be deep, to go deep in detail. Otherwise, you try to hide somehow the movement because it's not nice. What we do is to highlight the movement highlight the mechanic, the movement and all the mechanical part inside the fit of the object. You see, we start, for example, by manufacturing the wheels.
So cool.
A wheels is what? Is a frame, a rim, a center part, and all the what's the name? The spoke that need to be screwed on it. No glue, no nothing. Just as they were built, as the wheels were built. 50 years ago.
So cool. Wow.
And the movement?
That looks familiar.
That's meaning it's for things that I've done it. It will be seen on it. Same for this movement. So every single person is doing his own clock. There's no line in production.
Which again, almost never happens today.
But that's the best way to ensure quality. What I was saying, when we design a clock, we like this twist of humor and we like to go deep in detail and mix form and function. So what we have here is a Winchester. When you look at it, same size, the real one. You have the mirror, and you can play with it, like the real one. To load it, to load the movement, in those Winchester, you had 15 bullets. That's what makes it famous, is to have 15 bullets and being able to fire 15 times before being able before having to reload it. So what you do here, you just sweep 15 times.
No way.
To fully rewind it, and the clock is ready for 8 days.
It's amazing.
To set the time, you just open the window that you have on the side, and you directly set the movement, the time on the movement.
Wow.
See, when you are here, it will be easier this way. Set the time, and you can go directly on the hour.
Incredible. And you mentioned that a lot of clients would bespoke this piece, right?
Yes, this is a bespoke one. Customer choose the laser that is on it, as well as the color and the engraving.
So cool. This as well, man. Time fast too.
Time fast too.
So cool.
On this one, still also, I'll show you, but form and function also is crazy. This is a car where, you have first, you have the escapement. The escapement is what controls the time. And we place it as a brain of the driver that controls the car. Under a dome shape.
Like the helmet.
Like the helmet. In front of the driver, you have the steering wheel. Steering wheel usually drives the car. Here it drives the time. It's how you set the time. It's a cron to set the time. On one way, on the other way, you just realign it. Because it's a 3-spoke steering wheel, and the wheels are straight. So the wheels need to be straight. Details. I'm picky about details. What you have on the dashboard? On the dashboard, you have a key. You turn the key, you have the engine starting. And you can see the piston going up and down.
That's crazy.
And next to the driver, you have the gearbox lever. What is it for? It's because when I grew up, I didn't have those remote control cars. I had those spinning car and the pullback car. So this is a pullback car. It's how you rewind it. You pull it back, and it rewinds the movement. But you have 2 movements, one for the time and one for the automaton. So with the gear box lever, you choose
what
You can
to
switch
wind.
from one
Yeah,
to the other movement, and you have a center position, so the wheels are free and you can play with it.
Love it.
Because on the first car, we just had one movement, and you have one position. The gear were the gears and the tires were always in position to be rewind. So when fully rewind, customer was saying it's a little bit harder when it's fully rewinded.
Yeah. But here you
That's
switch
why we
gears.
have you switch gear. And
Yeah.
you can play with it as you wish.
Nice. It's incredible.
And we even have a small fan. When the engine is running, you have a fan on top.
Yeah.
So the fan is turning. As a real car, in those V8, you always have the fan turning in front.
Oh, wow. So much attention to detail.
The steering wheel is made up of 3 pieces, as they were made. You had those center rim and you had 2 outer rim, usually in wood, dark wood, that was rifted together. Yeah, you have the 12 rivets, because it's a clock. So you have the 12 indication, and you have those 3 parts with the center rim.
Yeah, and what blows my mind as well, I mean, this isn't even the finished product. There's a huge case that goes around it.
Yep.
But without the case,
Still
again,
a car.
everything is finished to perfection. Every single wheel, everything.
Even if what is completely hidden.
Yeah, it's your philosophy.
The philosophy of Lepe.
Love it.
We are going to look at the room where we test all of our components.
Oh, the sound. Hear the tick, tick.
Yeah, because all of those are running.
Yeah.
And we check that everything will run for a full time.
Yeah.
For such a period of time, we inspect it and be sure that it's running smooth. So we have cars, we have hot balloon, we have the rifle, the grenade,
So cool.
plane.
Indeed.
It's a little bit of everything. And now we are coming inside the engineering part of the company, which is quite a big part.
Yeah.
We have a total of 9 engineers working on designing the product. I'm not part of it. I'm a mess. There's a good guy. So this is a full team that design the product.
Cool. So I guess thank you so much for showing us,
True pleasure.
giving us a peek into what you guys do at Lepe 1839.